What's poppin'? It's your boy Anpu Moon, and you're watching The Dark Side of the Moon, where we talk about astral world, life, spiritual realm, spiritual matters, just kind of a topic about everything. We really just hunker down in the spiritual realm, really. So my absence last week, I was really just like, I just needed a break, honestly. Sometimes I be feeling a little bit overwhelmed with everything I gotta do and everything I'm supposed to be. And it's just like, whew, just need to take absence, and that's okay, Everybody needs a little break here and there. But to be on topic, we're talking about increased synchronicities and why you see increased synchronicities. So, alongside of your spiritual journey, you'll notice that everything really internally be making its way outside externally. So you might think a thought and you'll look over, and that thought that you just thought was like written on the wall or something it would be like a response to something that you just thought is written on the wall. And you're like, oh wow, look at that, that's crazy. It's like, how did I get up there? And something I noticed recently with me is that my synchronicities and stuff like that would happen even more frequently than possible. I'm gonna say than possible because that makes it seem like it's not possible, but I guess I would just have to say that it's been happening more often than usual. That's the word I'm trying to use. Yeah, so it makes me feel like I'm in a TV show, like a video game, and like someone's gonna bust around the corner like, you've been pranked, life is not really real, ha ha ha, or some weird shit like that. And it's really just like, I work on myself a lot, I try to keep up with daily yoga and daily meditation, although I do daily yoga over meditation. I know I should do more meditation. I try to do meditation every time I'm doing an episode right beforehand, so that my mind is just where it needs to be and I get the message out clearly without stumbling over my words and all the such. But I noticed that like when I started going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into myself and really seeing like, okay, hey, here's the true self, here's me, here's my truth, here's like Moon. And the more I do that, the more life kind of responds to me, because like, I don't know, I guess I respond to myself, but I just be more real with myself. And the more real that you are with yourself, the more reality will be there for you to respond. One way I like to look at it is that we got all these chambers inside of us, right? All these like tunnels, like through our veins and our different organs. And let's say that you eat a lot of cheese, right? So you eat a lot of cheese and it gets inside of you, and just like cheese is the same way it is outside of you, it's the same way inside of you. So imagine that going through your little chambers, right? And it's not gonna make it all the way through your chambers. It's gonna get stuck to the walls, stuck to other food. It's gonna cling itself to the walls and create like build up inside of you, which is why mucus is building up, when you eat cheese, and why you get like bumps and stuff on your face and stuff. But like, imagine that, right? So imagine your spiritual journey as you going through and cleansing up all that cheese and gunk and like taking a brush and scrubbing it through. So now everything can move smoothly through those chambers. That's kind of like how I like to envision it, It's like, wow, okay, so I took out these insecurities about myself. I took out these bad patterns that I had that I picked up from some toxic behavior, toxic show, or something I picked up from my parents, or just the outside world, and I just looked at it and got rid of it and took it out, took the trash out, and like, oh yeah, it smells better, and so like, you do that, and I did that, and then you notice it's like life starts to run smoother. Life starts to like respond back to you and give you the answer to things, because you're now at a place to receive it and be in alignment with it. And that's truly what being in alignment is all about, really. Like when you hear spiritual people be talking about being in alignment, being in sync with things, and it's like, that's what it is. It's like you cleaned up the gunk, you got the gunk out, Now you made room for other things to be there, and those other things be cleanliness. You know, what comes with cleanliness smells good. The smells change. You know, you don't have the critters. Like say if you have like food on the counter and stuff, like you don't have that anymore because you got rid of the food and the gunk and all the stuff. So you know, it's like that. I think it's pretty interesting how life feels like a video game sometimes to me. Like it's like different levels to everything. It's like I'm never not learning something. I'm never not growing. I'm never not evolving. And just when I think I've gotten to a place, I'm like, oh, there's another place right around the corner. And like every time I do that, every time I learn something and keep the path open to be like, I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know everything. Every time I keep that door open, it's like things come flying in, and I get like supported on a new level, a new echelon. Like you know, I'm level 56, and now level 56, I'm fighting whole new demons, whole new monsters, and so I'm getting like support from the NPCs and like the person who made the game, and they throwing little gadgets here and there to help support the journey and opening up doors so that I can go get the treasure chest behind the doors. But I gotta complete certain missions on that level before I can get to that treasure chest. You know, I mean, it's pretty crazy just to think about it in that fashion. It's also scary though. I do admit that sometimes I be feeling a little weird about that perspective, because I feel like it's like the perspective of everything is you, right? Everyone is you. Everything is you. That's a pretty lonely place. Ain't nobody else here but me. That's scary. That's scary. And the reason I think like that is because how everything is like everybody's their own superhero and the main character of their own like show, right? So like whatever energy that you supply in your own life, it gets reflected back to you. So it's like everything is you. Like everything is in response to you. Which at the same time makes it where it's like, okay, I'm not too lonely now. There are other people, other souls around, you know, having their own journey. You know, even though it is all God at the end of the day, you know. Me saying this out loud and like having conversations on my channel, something I've noticed is like when I put it out in the world, it's like, of course, everyone's not going to be on the same page. But sometimes I'll be getting some responses to the things I'm saying. I'm like, I can see how I sound crazy. I can see how it sounds like. But once you truly experience it for yourself, it's just like, you can't overlook it at that point. It's like, I can't overlook this shit. And then you go look at the rest of life and you be like, damn, somebody's not telling the truth here. And it's simple. Life is simple. Life is truly simple, and we're overcomplicating things for what degree? Power, money, this fictitious currency thing that we just give value to because it doesn't really have value. It only has value because we gave it value. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to witness that. Tea break. Ooh, it's cooled down a lot. It's chamomile and something else in there. I forgot what the other thing is. I really just got it for the chamomile. I done put 2 in there. I was just like, look, bro, heavily sedate me right now, because we got this little 8/8 portal coming up, and like some other transits and other things happening that haven't happened in like, I did research on it. I don't really remember what the whole like all the words and stuff was about because I'm still new to astrology, but it was just saying like some of the stuff that's happening right now in this week span of time has not happened in like 56 years or some weird number like that, some large number where like the planets all move at their own pace. So some full rotations take longer than other planets do, just based on size and everything, and like space away from Earth. But they all like have an effect on us because just like the moon moves the water and the waves and stuff like that, just by its proximity to Earth. It's like because the gravity and the gravity, because it's just the gravity, the pull that it has on each other. And both the planets have an effect. Just like magnets, the planets are like magnets having their effects and shit. It's kind of like how the sun, how planets push around each other and they push, like they get close but they're pushing each other at the same time. I mean, that's really how astrology works. It's all magnetic forces. Just you can't see them, but we can feel them. But I'm sure if you look through not well versed on the different attributes of life, I'm still learning. But like the different tools that astronomers use, I'm sure they have a tool where you can almost see the magnetic forces. But yeah, that's really astronomy. And I'm not really getting off topic because that's still in sync with what we're talking about now, which is increased synchronicities. Because if the planets are magnets, that means we're magnets too. Because the planets are affecting us because of the stuff that we have inside of us. Like we have the same stuff that gold is made of, and like certain parts of Earth, like iron, calcium, like all these different things are like different types of metals that we are made of. So therefore, you get into a place where you start to understand yourself and be in sync, which causes more synchronicities because you're allowing your magnetic force to really take hold and really understanding your own power and how you are being affected by everything. It's like once you learn something, like say I'll just bring it back to a more mundane idea. Like say you're trying to learn an art form, right? So you're learning how to paint. You become a better painter by taking the time to actually paint, learn from a teacher perhaps, go to school for it maybe. These are just ideas. And as you do that, you become more well versed in it. You become more powerful at painting. So you becoming more powerful with yourself and understanding yourself allows for you to have a stronger sense of self and a stronger sense of who you are. When you understand who you are, you understand because what's inside is outside. You understand what's outside of you. That has a reflection. You start to be a different type of magnet versus the weak magnet that you start off with. You become like a super magnet, and you start doing this super attracting, and that's just because I'm stuttering. That's the concept there. That's really, to put it in layman's terms, the simplest I can really get with that aspect of understanding why we have increased synchronicities. But yeah, I mean, this topic is really short and simple. I can go on and on about it in different parallels, explaining it. But like, you can get the painting parallel, you can take that painting shit and use it with anything else, any other thing in the world, any degree of what you're trying to learn. Like if you're building cars, there's different parts of the car. And once you learn to build the whole car, you can build yourself a good car, and then you're a magnet for knowing what a good car looks like and knowing what the problems are in a car, take your body for instance. Your body is the different car parts. You learn about your body, okay, I learned that the cheese thing, when I was younger, I learned about how cheese blocks you up. And then as I grew older, I learned a lot more about how cheese blocks you up and how it comes to the mucus in your pores and blocks things up, causing stuff to not flow through you like they should, so they just get stuck. You have brain fog and you don't think as pronounced as you usually do. I won't say pronounced. I don't think that's the right terminology. Yeah, I hate when that happens. God damn. Like when the tea bag top fall on your tea and you're like, dang. So I usually wrap it around like that. But nah, I broke it. It's wet. That's why. Whatever. Love me some tea, dog. Speaking of tea, going back on the topic, like learning how to, learning what foods to put in your body, learning to not be as acidic, like, has like cleared me up. Like my nostrils, I used to be able to not be able to breathe as much, and I had like, they said I had asthma. I had asthma for being a kid. And really had nothing to do with like some pronounced thing that they just gave me because of how, I was built. It's really just about like everything, really, food and like my daily ritual of like opening my body up during yoga. Like I opened myself up, which allowed like my lungs to be able to expand in the way that they were supposed to expand. I open up my body so that, when you go to sleep, you be laying in a position for a very long time. So like that position, I mean, you move around, but still you do lay there for a very long time sometimes. And your body gets cramped up. So, you wake up in the morning and you be feeling all like, ugh. So you do yoga and you open yourself up and now you can breathe again. And now like, I don't experience the problems of asthma like I did when I was a kid. My diet consists of the occasional wine drink, but in real life, I drink a lot of water. At least I try to. I drink tea. I don't really drink a lot of juices and stuff that come from, I steer clear from concentrate. Yeah, I steer clear from that. Anything that has like food coloring in it, steer clear from that. A lot of this drinks that be having like these long ass words. I look at the long ass words because I know sometimes I just be long ass words for a simple like vitamin C. And I go okay. And then I might look the word up still because I'm like okay, well why they call it that instead of just vitamin C? Like what's vitamin C consist of? I really do a lot of research on what I'm eating, and I've cut a lot of stuff out of my diet, which has allowed me to feel happier, more calmer, at peace. Because all the different fluctuations of Earth and planets, plus all the crazy shit that happens on Earth due to those things. It's like it make a nigga really crazy, make us all crazy. And that's part of the problem. People don't really understand what it is that we are being a part of. We all just run around this bitch like, what the fuck going on? I don't know. I don't know either. Let's teach each other. Now we're the blind following the blind. Follow that guy. He seems to know what is going on. And then you got all these people following these dumbass leaders who don't know what the hell is going on. And it's like, okay. And they become the sheeple. The sheeple have made their choice because everybody else is following them. So it must be true. But yeah, nonetheless, like even with rice, like rice clogs me up. It's like it's mucus based, like it causes a lot of mucus in the body. So I still like rice. I'm never gonna cut rice out of my life. I enjoy it, but I do eat less of it now than I used to. And then when I do eat rice, I make sure that I remember that I have to cleanse my body as well, because it's like a balance, I'm still enjoy my life, what the fuck. But I still want to feel good. So I incorporate a lot of teas in my life and a lot of fruits. I eat a lot of fruits. I need to re-up on fruits, honestly. I'm also gonna learn how to grow them, because like, grow your own foods, dog. There's no telling when shit can just shut off and you just don't have access to going to stores and you're gonna be fucked because you don't know what to do. You don't know how to do shit. You haven't taught yourself. You haven't given yourself the chance to learn. You haven't given your chances the chance to fail. You know, all that stuff. Oh shit! Computer just turned off. I hate when that happens. So I'm like recording on my computer and it slows down. But yeah, I eat a lot of fruits because they'll keep my pH balance in check. Keep your pH balance in check. It makes it where your increased synchronicities happen even more because of the fact that you are in sync with the planet and in sync with the sun, because the sun is getting hotter, hence the fact that it's hot as shit. And then like forest fires and stuff burning up the land. And you know, we want our bodies to be in sync with that, because if we're not in sync with that, we're gonna phone run out of space. But yeah, like I was saying, if you don't put your body in sync with the sun, you're gonna be hot, you're gonna have heat strokes, and you're not gonna be able to advance with the planet and how it's moving, because the planet's frequency and vibration is increasing because due to the people who are on it who are increasing their vibration. So like, you know, we are some hot motherfuckers. We're some hot asthmatics, so the planet is gonna only do the same, you know, because we are like the organisms of the planet, essentially, like the different cells and stuff. Like I've said before. Yeah, so you know, increasing your intake of fruits is important, even if you don't stop eating meat. Like, you know, eating meat, I wouldn't say it's bad. I never really thought it was bad. Well, I did used to think it was bad. But at the same time, it's like different types of survival, you know. But it's also like watching where you get the meat from, because a lot of these companies, they don't give a fuck about the animals. They don't like treat them right, which lowers their vibrational intake. Like, so we eat their low vibrational shit, and it's just like a flow. You know, everything has a flow. Like whatever you do, it's gonna have an effect on you. You know, like that's just cut in stone. Like, you can have all these fights about what you think is right, but it's still gonna be cause and effect. Everything is cause and effect. So you could be like, oh, Moon doesn't know what he's talking about, blase. All these people don't know what they're talking about. I hear this too much, these vegans and everything. And shut up, be quiet, hush up, because you're gonna be complaining about years later, like, damn, I should have fucking listened. Yeah, you know, you just want to be anti, instead of just be listening. Take the meat and spit out the bone. Whatever the fuck that saying be saying. It's kind of sus to me, not gonna cap. But you know, that's just me being a child. Anywho, yeah, just learn, take the wisdom in. Don't care. Stop trying to fight everything because you've been taught a certain way. Like, I hate people who do that. It's so annoying. Just learn. Even if you don't believe everything I'm saying, you can go back check it. If you don't believe in spirituality, you believe in science. They saying the same shit in science, bro. I promise you. Go check it out. All of what I'm saying, everything I'm saying, honestly. You know, I ain't really mad. It just be a little annoying sometimes. I mean, like, I'm not trying to force nobody to believe what I believe in. You can believe whatever you believe in. But don't be coming to my page and my channel trying to tell me what to do on my page and my channel. You go on your page and your channel, you go create one talking about how you saying the opposite of everything I'm saying. Go ahead, go do that. Have fun. You know? Sorry. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna get caught up on negative energies, because negative energies just pull you down. They pull you out of your high vibration. That's all part of the game, bruh. Like, you go to different levels, different things they want to fight you because of what you're saying. I've gotten used to it. At this point, I've almost become numb to it. I know that's like it's a really a negative thing to say sometimes. Like, damn, I'm numb. It's like negative, but you know, it's just like negative notion in a sense, or numbness, or just like a I don't careness. I think I'm at a point like I don't care. Like, truth gonna speak its way in different forms. I'm just telling the truth in a different form. So it'll show up in a different way in your life, and respect it for how it shows up, even if it's showing up now by you watching this. Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much everything, you know. Next Monday, I will be having another episode. Got like episodes lined up and planned out. If I ever need to take a break, I will let y'all know on social media. Also on my email listing, which you can sign up for below. Email and text message should be on my website, which the link is there below. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe if you're new to this channel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and you have a blessed night. Peace.